You know that there are just two ways to learn, right?
Okay, tell me.
The clever way to learn is to think for yourself. Think for yourself implies you'll do the research, you'll figure out what a good decision would be based on, then figure out that data point, and then go through the process of saying, okay, that looks like a good decision. And the second way is an extremely powerful way to learn. And a lot of people do it because it's the lazier option. You know what that is? Make mistakes.
Yeah.
Buy the wrong car. Live with it. And look, I'll give you an example of motorcycling, and this is a good example because a lot of you have debated this with us, and I honestly cannot explain this any more times than this. But if you buy a Domina 400 or a CB350 or a Java ESD from the previous years, we'd never recommend these three products, okay? Because we see fundamental flaws in how they work. But if you say it is so good and I'm thoroughly enjoying the ride for you, two things happen to us. One, we are really happy for you. If you're enjoying your ride, it's the best motorcycle on earth for you. But second, this is the peak of your motorcycle experience. So you've come from a place where there were smaller motorcycles or inferior motorcycles to something that appears to do a lot of things a heck of a lot better and good for you. It's an upgrade for you. I'm seeing it from the other side, where my world is populated by a whole bunch of rivals and other information over this motorcycle. So I know what it doesn't do well. You don't know it and you're happy about it. That's ignorance in some way. And we've all been there. It's not like,
it's fine.
yeah, it's not like I didn't know what a good motorcycle and a bad motorcycle is at some point also. I've also come out of that. But when I'm telling you that I can't recommend the Dominar, I'm not stopping you from buying one. I'm just saying if you were to make this decision more carefully, you would reach a different conclusion. But when you upgrade from this Dominar or the CB350 or the Java ESD to something that is genuinely better, which genuinely does more things, then in hindsight you will realize that, oh, that's what they were talking about. I'm good with waiting. As long as we are both learning.
Yeah, buy crappy engines, it's alright.
No. I'm saying as long as both of us are learning, we are okay. Right? Learning by thinking or learning by mistake, we are fine. We should be learning. That is the critical thing to me. Yeah, I'll give you an example of how walls work, and this is such a great example because it applies at so many levels. I studied in the School of Planning and Architecture in Delhi. I was doing planning. And at that point of time, the girls' hostel was open in the sense of you could walk in, and it was convenient in the sense of we were spending nights in the school working anyway. So sometimes it's just convenient to ask somebody if somebody had biscuits or something, and some girl would say, yeah, my room has biscuits, come get it. And you didn't have to go through all of this process. So in one of these things, I was sitting in somebody's room and there was some music playing.
And this is in Delhi?
Yeah.
And there was not even a guard?
There was a guard, but the idea was students can come and go, it's fine, right? And remember, this is the late 90s. And all of this college would talk about this thing called Pink Floyd. But since I am a 19, 20-year-old, if they all like Pink Floyd, then obviously it's not my cup of tea. I built a wall.
Oh, really?
And I didn't know that Pink Floyd's famous album was called The Wall. I had built a wall. So I'm like, Pink Floyd, it's stupid music. Who gives a crap about Pink Floyd? What is the nonsense all of you guys are listening to? You guys should really be listening to better. And all I had was Laura Branigan and Michael Jackson. Right? One cassette each. And then I go into this person's room, and I think they were finishing one sheet, and I was waiting for them to give me my ruler back or something like this. And there's music playing in this girl's room, right? And I'm listening to the music thinking, holy crap, that's such awesome sounding music. I was listening to the guitar riff of I'm getting goosebumps. I was listening to the guitar riff of Comfortably Numb.
Oh, man.
So I'm listening to Comfortably Numb. I was like, this is such great music. I mean, who is this band? And she's like, Pink Floyd, your favorite. And I discovered Pink Floyd from the other side of the wall, where I spent 2 years telling my friends that I don't need a music education. And then by accident lucked into Pink Floyd. And since then, I have listened to Pink Floyd literally every week of my life at some point or the other. And even today, the Division Bell is just constantly playing somewhere in the background. But I had built a mindset. I had said, Pink Floyd, everybody's listening, it must be crap.
The Pink works, huh?
Yeah. That's the other reason why this is an appropriate example today.
So like imagine Pink Floyd. Siran has it in practically every playlist of his. He has Wish Over Here.
Yeah.
On practically every playlist of his, it'll be there.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's amazing music.
Yeah.
So, wow, that was a nice example of the wall, man.
Yeah. Because I basically went in and said, crap.
Discarded.
Yeah.
If you enjoyed this bit of the conversation, I would recommend heading over to the MotorInc channel, because that's where you'll find the entire conversation, and I'm sure you'll enjoy that even more.